I will not. Dash, honey, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit jobs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we in tenfold. Copy, end zone. Watch me, celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Honey, dash. Honey, dash. Honey, dash. Honey, dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork, fantastic.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Oakland Raiders. First down throw for Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he finds McLaurin. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Check 55 for Mike. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's have him 34. 55 Mike, got 55.
Throwing his car on third down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 46-yard.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Here I come. Here I come.
Carr going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. From midfield, here's Carr. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to hit him with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw is Brissett. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On first down, this is Geis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. from the 39. Brissett, he's going to float this one deep right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Damiere Byrd, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the gun, it's Carr. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
Let's go. Pick it up, G.
They go with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 44, Carr. In ahead.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Brissett. Throw caught here by Byrd. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Brissett sets to throw it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Play fake, Brissett. This will be caught at about the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle.
Throwing again. Carr, he's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Check.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
As well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing. Brissett. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I'm on. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. It's just
Brissett again. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
24 is the mic. Watch the curl.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Dumps it off for Geis. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. They'll throw again. Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Brissett now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Brissett. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This is taken at the 3. So we have reached halftime in what's a coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brian Poole. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Point after, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Brissett, he's got his man on the crossing route. A gain of 6 there on first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Geis with the carry on second down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. Demir Bird with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Put up.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. It's caught by OBJ. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 43.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Carr now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
694.
Hey, Alpha.
All day, every
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, he's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw, Brissett slings this deep from McLaurin. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a play fake. Carr. He finds Beckham complete. 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Brissett now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Right there.
It's third and long for Brissett. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Geis. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Brissett. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
That's caught at the 25. A big play that time for the Raiders. 52 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
6-18. 3 down. Everybody, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They stay on the ground. Geis again. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Check out read.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Oh, yeah, and here we go.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Redskins, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.